Ever launched a campaign that totally bombed? You know, the kind where you pour your heart and soul into it, only to watch it crash and burn spectacularly? Don't worry, you're not alone. It happens to the best of us, even the most seasoned professionals. Even the biggest, baddest agencies have those hide-under-the-desk moments. Those times when you just want to disappear and hope no one notices. It's like that feeling when you realize you left the oven on times 1,000. The panic, the dread, the oh no, what have I done moment. But here's the deal. It's not about the fact that a campaign flops, it's about what you do next. How you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get back in the game. And more importantly, it's about how you learn from it, how you adapt, innovate, and come back stronger. It's about resilience and creativity. Because let's be real, how you navigate a crisis can make or break your agency. It's a true test of your mettle. That's why we're diving deep into the art of crisis management, baby. We're going to explore strategies, tips, and real-life examples. We're talking about turning those campaign catastrophes into opportunities to shine brighter than a disco ball. It's all about perspective and action. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to transform you into a crisis-crushing machine. Get ready to embrace the chaos and come out on top. Listen, blaming your client is not a good look. It's easy to point fingers when things don't go as planned, but that's not going to solve anything. But sometimes those campaign constraints can feel tighter than your skinny jeans after a Thanksgiving feast. You know the feeling, right? When every move feels restricted and you just can't seem to get comfortable. So what's a savvy agency to do? How do you navigate these tight spots without losing your cool or your client's trust? You gotta get creative and strategic about how you communicate those limitations. It's all about setting the right expectations from the get-go, about how you communicate those limitations. Remember all those detailed conversations about budget, timelines, and approvals? Those weren't just for show. They're your lifeline when things get tough. Time to dust off those meeting notes, my friend. They hold the key to navigating these tricky waters. When a campaign goes south, gently remind your client about the constraints you faced. It's not about making excuses, but about providing context. For example, you could say something like, "Remember how we discussed the challenges of reaching our target audience with the limited budget?" This helps them recall the initial discussions and understand the hurdles you had to overcome. We knew it would be a challenge to make a big splash with those restrictions. But by keeping the lines of communication open, you can turn a potential disaster into a learning experience for everyone involved. Here's a revolutionary thought. Stop apologizing. Think about it. When you apologize, you're essentially admitting fault and eroding trust. Instead of saying sorry, how about offering a solution? This is where fixer packages come in. These are pre-designed solutions that address common campaign hiccups. For example, if a campaign is underperforming, you could offer a traffic booster package that includes additional social media promotion and paid advertising. By offering a solution-oriented approach, you're shifting the conversation from blame to action. Plus, you're positioning yourself as a strategic partner who can handle any curveball. Remember that time Ross from Friends screamed "pivot" while trying to move a couch? Yeah, that's basically you when a campaign flops. It's chaotic, it's stressful, and it feels like you're stuck in a never-ending loop of frustration. Sometimes you just gotta ditch what's not working and try something new. It's not about giving up, it's about being smart and strategic. This is where the art of the pivot comes in. Pivoting is not just a buzzword, it's a crucial skill in the ever-changing landscape of marketing. Let's say your social media campaign is falling flat. The engagement is low, the reach is minimal, and the ROI is non-existent. Instead of throwing more money at it, why not pivot to a different platform? Maybe your audience is more active on Instagram than on Facebook. Or try a new content format. Experiment with videos, infographics, or even live streams to see what resonates best with your audience. The key is to be flexible, adaptable, and always willing to experiment. Don't be afraid to take risks and think outside the box. Remember, a successful agency is one that can roll with the punches and come out swinging. Embrace the pivot and you'll turn those campaign catastrophes into triumphs. Okay, so the campaign didn't go as planned. But guess what? You just learned a ton about what worked. And that, my friend, is valuable information. Instead of sweeping your flop under the rug, embrace it as a learning opportunity. Analyze the data, identify the weak spots, and document your findings. Then repackage this intel into valuable content. Share your insights in a blog post, create a case study, or host a webinar. By positioning yourself as a thought leader who embraces experimentation and transparency, you'll build trust and credibility with potential clients. Speaking of valuable tools, check out Ad Creative AI at adcreativeiworks.com. It helps you generate high-converting ad creatives effortlessly. Click the link in the description or visit adcreativeiworks.com to try it out for free.